3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Grounds After Rounds.
All right.
So far away.
You are, but you're
6
coming
feet be
into
damned.
Welcome to Grounds After
You
Rounds.
sound like Andrew Ryan.
Was he coughing yesterday?
So
right.
he came in. He was a little congested.
Oh,
I
God.
said to him, like, "You feeling all right, dude?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm just a little stuffy." And I just kind of was like, "All right." And
Can you still smell?
And then
Can you taste?
Right.
Do you have a fever?
And
All
then
answers were
so
no
then at
before
one
he left
point,
the house.
so then at one point he coughed, and I think Anna looked at him. Anna looked at him, and I was like, and he said something about being sick, and she goes, "What?" And he goes, "I'm feeling a little sick." She goes, "Then why are you here?" Like, she straight up. He goes, "It's just a cold. I'm fine. It's just like stuffy. I'm fine." But he said to me, he said to me after class, he goes, "If I don't feel better tomorrow, I will do the workout from home." Cool. I was like, cool.
He knows what's up.
But Anna just goes, "Why are you here?" And then she pulled her mask back up.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
That's just the world we live in. But
I would say the benefit of COVID has been, right, like, you got to find a silver lining or else we'll all go a little psycho.
Yeah.
And yeah, the end will come a lot quicker than we'd hope.
Yeah. What's going on up here?
The benefit is like getting out of our mentality. I'll push through.
Yeah.
Right? Like, stop it.
Yeah.
You feel bad. Take a rest day.
Yeah.
Relax. Like, get yourself healthy. Sleep for an extra 3 hours. Like,
Yeah.
exhaustion is a thing, folks. And you
It's
don't
true.
have to get coronavirus to push your, right? Like, you
Yeah.
can die from a lot of things.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
like, take it as a reminder of, that can be super severe.
Yeah.
And it is a immediate canary in the coal mine of like, oh, I cannot go around other people or else I'm going to spread this thing.
Right.
But if you do have a cold, like, stop,
Yeah.
stay home, rest.
It's one thing, I tell you, like, if it's one thing, like, yeah, you feel a little stuffy, like, I feel like I'm perpetually stuffy throughout the entire winter.
That's different. If
But
you're
are you
achy,
are you achy?
Yeah,
Are you tired? Are
yeah.
you foggy? Are you like drained? Like,
Yeah.
if you feel tired,
take a rest day.
take a rest day.
Last time I checked, none of us are paying our mortgages based on the sponsorship we receive based on our performance at a fitness competition, aka nope, not even CrossFit.
No, I'm saying truth.
Right,
Like,
gotcha.
that's
Yeah. CrossFit is not paying our mortgage in
They
the sense of
aren't.
like me being sponsored by,
It's true.
I don't know, no one.
Well, we are sponsored by Stonehenge Golf.
I don't even know if they're still open. Todd, tell us if you're still open.
What's going on?
Your son's lifting more weight than a car, but hey,
Oh
is your
my
golf
goodness.
thing open? Anyway,
Oh, gosh.
we're doing a little espresso shot at you folks.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. We want you to get in your houses,
It's probably really loud
Lock
on the
up.
microphone.
make your turkeys, make your desserts, make your food,
Eat it all.
then take a shot of espresso. And actually, this will be coming out on Friday. Wake up
Wake up.
from your turkey hangover, have
Mhm.
your shot of espresso with us, and then move on for the
Come to
rest of
class,
your day.
it's a
Come to
regular
class, that's
schedule.
right. Lift heavy, clean and jerks.
I'm curious, is there's a lot of people that their gatherings, if they're gathering at all, are much smaller than usual. Do you think they make less food? I don't think my family is going to make less food.
We are making. Yes, actually, we're making like one less turkey.
Mhm.
But still, we're still making an obscene amount of food.
Right.
Yeah, way more than we need.
Right.
That's like the best part of Thanksgiving.
The
is
leftovers. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
chili turkey after turkey chili afterwards. When
Oh,
you,
I don't make
Yeah,
turkey
we know
chili.
it's
I
so
always do
good.
the turkey like BLT.
oh,
Oh,
so
can
good.
that be our episode today? Let's talk about favorite
sandwiches?
Let's just go back.
They were talking about donuts yesterday.
Sandwiches.
So yeah, this week, holiday week, short week, Monday, Tuesday,
Mhm.
Wednesday, Thursday off, Friday, Saturday. Though,
Thursday's off if you choose to be.
right, you could go for a 5K run, or you took Thursday off and did not go for a 5K run.
Right.
But did you notice anything, Eric, about a few of these weeks, a few of the workouts programmed this week?
Actually, I will. I did, yes. Especially as I was putting them into Instagram and posting how I always post the off the creek version. the off the creek version of the workout was the same as the on the creek version of the workout.
Huh.
Interesting.
How do you feel as if you weren't getting as fit when you came to the gym and did the workout
No.
than if you had done it at home?
I think if I had done it at home, I may have been, now I might not have had Drew in front of me.
True, to chase. And I wouldn't have had Carrie O'Neill to chase on Tuesday, who beat me because I dropped the dumbbell one more time than I needed to.
You dummy.
I know. It was fun. She's fit.
She is a fit human being.
But yeah, so all right, folks. I think you're picking up what we're putting down.
Yeah.
Wasn't on
Smell what
purpose.
we're stepping in.
I just noticed this, and I don't know if Pat and Taz Barber at warm up and workout thought of this. Like, people would be traveling, so let's be a little bit more dumbbell centric, a little bit odd object centric. But like Wednesdays is a perfect example. Today we're whatever. The double unders, the lunges, the backward step lunges, which were walking lunges. We modified it to backward steps so we could stay in the squares. To V-ups, right?
V-ups.
I've got a large paint can, a baby in a bag,
Wait, baby in a bag?
2 babies in a bag. I don't know. Depends on how heavy you want to go.
Sure.
So I could have done that workout anywhere.
Yeah.
I got a couple folks who've been going back and forth over text. They're traveling. They sent me a picture of this hike that Brian Meyer sent me a picture of the hike he was doing in California. I was like, you know what, dude? Awesome. Maybe do some lunges while you're doing that hike.
Yeah.
You're going to probably do this. Though I texted him because I was like, I think he probably could have won this one. If he had been here to do it. He can do, his double unders are on point.
He can do double unders for days.
He can do V-ups all day long.
Yeah.
And the lunges, you can only go so fast.
Right.
So I think between him, Luis, me, and Batista, and maybe Trevor, depending on how fast he wants to go.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't know if he has dubs.
That's a good question.
This afternoon.
I don't know if he does.
But yeah, and he said, yeah, I saw that. I was so mad. I would have loved to do that. But then he said,
Carrie O'Neill.
Yeah, we did. She didn't get, her dubs aren't as fast.
Oh, Carrie.
But he sent me a picture of where his parents live in California. And as soon as I saw the picture, I was like, instant jealousy.
Yeah. Sorry you missed the workout.
Yeah, that's pretty gorgeous.
So one-sided.
Hiking, running, doing burpees, whatever you need to do. I'm excited, and I was heartened to see our programmers show that it doesn't matter whether you're traveling, whether you're in the gym, if it's a couple days here and there, if it's another quarantine lockdown, we can still get as fit as possible with a lot less equipment than we think. However, today's workout, the clean and jerks, 5x3, it's fun to lift a heavy barbell.
It's fun to lift a heavy barbell.
So it's constantly varied, functional fitness, done at high intensity, 4 to 5 times a week.
45 times a week.
45 times a week. Yes. Instant fitness.
Elite
fitness.
I'll tell you, I wonder if Friday with the heavy clean and jerk was intentional too, because it's people are probably feeling pretty heavy.
Oh, right.
So it's like probably don't want to do a lot of running and burpees. So what's something that'll get them? It's a little bit slower pace, but you are going to work. And mass moves mass. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So
and it's also a class that you can, let's say we get a surge of people in that 7 a.m. and 9:30.
It's easy to keep it.
Right. Like we can keep it socially distant. Yeah, we can probably share barbells, but you don't have to be like on top of each other sharing a barbell. Like so yeah, it's a very easy class to manage, but it's also a day where it's fun to have the excuse to just go slow. And then I forget what Saturday is. If it's a burner to kind of burn off what oh yeah,
it's a burner.
It's a partner WOD, but again, like partner, and you like the picture.
That's a great picture.
it's our favorite, Allie Snowman
and
Eric demoing or modeling the buffs that I thought you had. I'm looking at the picture thinking you had it on, but you didn't.
It's right here.
You're right. That's what I saw.
The buff and the buff.
So yeah, so
the buff.
2 days where one's a heavy, going heavy, working mass, moving mass, and then the follow on Saturday, a burner.
Yeah.
Expecting some bigger classes, and so we can kind of pair people up and still stay that kind of deliberate, socially distant.
It's fun. I did a partner WOD with the Beasts the other day, and it was
McGee, right? It was the hero WOD.
And I did it, and it's but I had him do his partner WOD, and it's like partner one does, so they just alternated rounds. You do the round other partner waits in their square until it's their turn, and then you switch.
Yeah.
And it's just no need to be on top of each other. Rest in your square, and then switch.
It was funny, Matt telling us the story about how that worked and the fact they had 2 and 3 and some whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I knew how you guys did it because
Yeah.
I was away, and somebody else was telling me about it. But it doesn't matter. Like, and I was like, oh, that's really smart. He's telling Nicole, but he's telling it in, you know, the 14-year-old interpretation and translation, and she's imagining, I'm sure, like 6 kids standing on top of each other sharing, and she's like, maybe we should really be better about like looking at the workouts and deciding. And I'm like, that's
what I did.
Yeah, it's exact like that. That's no, they had it separated. He's not telling it correctly. Trust the system.
Trust me.
Trust the process. It works. And so
it was fine and they did it perfect too, because there was 3 of them. And one kid showed up late. So I was like, all right, you're going with them. And they did. Like, well, one was in the square, one was over on this side of the square, and one was over here.
Yeah.
Like they were.
And this isn't their first rodeo. Like they get it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they've seen their buddies, other people in their schools. Like some of them have been in and out virtually and back in. So yeah. All right. Good week in review. Fast and furious at you. That's what espresso shots are. We forgot the joke.
Oh, I don't have a joke, but can I tell you something terrible?
Oh no. What?
Paper.
I don't get it.
This paper's terrible.
Ah!
Gotcha.
You did, man. And of course, I'm not prepared. But
I told one of the teens. I wish I could remember. It went right over the teen's head, and I was like, "That'd probably go a lot of over adults' heads too."
It's right in my feed.
He's so happy now. This feels like a Shelley joke where you're gonna laugh harder.
Just wash. You remember that? It was your birthday message.
Yeah.
About the. I know you don't think the washing your hands for 2 minutes is a new song. You know? Just wash. I'm gonna have to watch that again.
I don't even know what she said.
It was the Bruno Mars song.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it was if you don't believe me, just watch.
Yeah.
We're laughing, but I made a kid. Oh, I totally ruined it. All right. I went to McDonald's.
We can edit all this, but we won't.
I haven't been to McDonald's forever. So when I went, I ate a kid's meal at McDonald's today.
Did you?
His mom got pissed.
You know who I can see actually doing that? My brother. Like he would totally do that. Just for the guys. Oh yeah. Fun fact. Like that would be funny just to do, but then it'd be like, that was just for a joke. I was the reaction. Here's your other happy meal.
I already bought you 2 more and a toy.
Should eat these. So fun story. This one gets a little PG-13. Steve Loves, just like he was always, when we worked at a this will be quick. We worked at
we got time.
We were camp counselors for basketball camp, and he was the counselor the kids loved to hate.
Okay.
Like, because he's so sarcastic and he's just always like, the kid would go for a layup. Like, I mean, we're talking like 5 to 8 year old kids. And like, they would go up for a layup and Steve would run and just swat it out of the gym and just go face.
Happy Gilmore, no, Billy Madison style.
Totally. And they would laugh. Like they loved him, but they loved to hate him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, but I just remember this, these guys, though, the Harlem Wizards, which are like, they'd probably kill me if they were actually listening to this, but they're like off-brand Harlem Globetrotters.
Okay.
Right. And
I mean, that
yeah, it's the same concept of these really skilled, talented ball players, and the game is just as much of a show.
I was about to say they are parlaying off of the Harlem Globetrotters fame,
and it may even be vice versa. Just the Globetrotters knew how to market better. Like
well, I have to imagine though, are they here local?
Well, they're from Harlem. They travel just like, but they do like, whereas like the Harlem Globetrotters do like halftime shows at game, like Harlem Wizards are probably like, they show up at like high schools.
Okay.
So I think they're like smaller scale.
Okay.
They probably don't have the budget that the Globetrotters have. Like they're probably
the Globetrotters have been around. I have no idea.
So anyway,
I mean, they've been around for a while. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, they came to this camp and for this like special event, and they did this trick where you held a basketball, you threw the other one up in the air, and as it came down, it hits the other basketball shoots down, pops back up, as you catch the second basketball on the way down.
Uh-huh.
So it goes down, boom,
And it
boom,
just-
and then you come back and catch the next one. So you catch it on its way back down.
Okay.
Okay.
What happens to the basketball? So basketball you had in your hand,
It comes down. The force of the basketball that you throw up in the air comes down, knocks that ball out of your hand.
do you catch the one that's hitting?
Yep.
So you catch that one. The second one comes around and it keeps.
And then you catch it, but then you catch it on top and then balance it on top of the second ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So that stops the
Totally.
cycle at that
Yep.
point.
So they had all the counselors come
How the
up.
hell they do that?
So they have the counselors come up and do it. And so they call out like counselors and like, yeah, you know, Andrea. And they're like, yay, Andrea. And they're like, Joy. And they're like, Eric, yay. And they call Steven. And there's like 150 kids.
Yeah.
And boo. Like just this. They all
boo
start
him?
booing. It's
Nice.
like crazy,
Okay.
right? And then he goes. So he comes up. None of us get it. Steve gets it on the first try.
Yeah.
And they all start booing him, and he just takes the ball, kicks it, and walks out of the gym. He goes, "I'm out!" And like walks out of the gym. But he just does like anything to like these kids, and they loved it. And he's just like, but that's what I say. Like I could totally see Steve doing that.
You guys could be seriously like you could be a character in a Marvel series. Seriously, like he's the evil twin, you're the good twin, but there's like good in him, and there's
which Michael would agree,
and there's evil in you. You know what I mean? Like you guys are always, and like he does bad, but he does bad for like a bigger good. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
and
he's
like,
sort of like Loki, right? Like
yes.
Loki.
And you're the Thor, who's like you're kind of a rule follower, but you're also like imprisoned by your sense of morality and goodness, and like he offers you that time. So like he's loved to be. They love to hate him. So all the audience, but in the end, like they kind of secretly want to be him.
Yeah.
And they know that they can always trust and count on you.
Yeah.
But you're kind of like, oh, here comes Eric again. He's the rule, you know, stickler. Like, and so, and in the end, like it comes to a conflict, like there's a true, like real villain.
Yeah.
Right. And like, you know, one of you has to die.
Yes.
Of course. Like that's gonna be, you know, and so you'd have to figure that out with the writers.
Interesting.
But like, you know what I mean?
That's
like
totally,
it's totally.
Oh man, but that's totally Steven. That's
Ooh,
totally
maybe the
him.
evil villain is Michael.
That's totally Michael. He is. Michael is the villain. Don't let him fool you, ladies and gentlemen. He's the villain.
Sweet man, but I mean, he is the villain.
He's the villain. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, that's my Steven would totally take a Happy Meal away from a kid and eat it.
That's how we got there.
But the thing is, right. But then the thing is, the kid would probably laugh at Steven.
Right.
Knowing that like he'll probably get him another one. So anyway, that's how we got there. All right, cool. See you guys next week on Grounds After Rounds.
That was a good story, man. That was a good story.
Yeah. So, well, I guess that was our because we were talking espresso shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hit that. So anyway, let's loop back around. So we were kind of getting into travel wads.
Yeah, you can be as effective without a whole lot. And you know, elephant in the room. You know, COVID rates going up.
Is that thing still in here?
You don't smell it. Oh, we used to. So the boys used to. Andrew always had his own room, and then the boys would have their own room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm picturing the house in Virginia Beach. And so then our room was off to the side, and I'd walk out in the morning, especially weekends, because I'd be gone so early in the morning, like they're still asleep, and Nicole would run that all week. But then I would.
Shelly, shout out! Hey, blah, 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 blah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's like the Buttery Bros.
Saturday and Sunday would be mine. I would wake up, and I'd walk into their room, the twins' room. And sometimes they'd be awake. Sometimes they'd still be like rolling around in their cribs or whatever.
Yeah.
But that room smelled so bad. Like diaper, pee, vomit, feet, a little bit of like, I don't know, like cat pee, though we didn't, I guess we did have the cat then, but she didn't pee in that room. Anyway, it was disgusting.
She peed in that room.
And so we were at the Virginia Zoo, or the Virginia Beach Zoo one time, and they had the elephants, and they get to go behind, and we walked into the elephant cage, and I was like, oh my God, that's the smell. That's their room smells like an elephant's cage. And so every now and then we'll walk into Matt's room or walk into Josh's room. Again, Andrew's room, always clean. He just repainted his own walls. Nicole helped him a little bit.
All black.
I definitely know, but it's still a darker color. I certainly am not helping him. I don't paint. Just say I don't do my leaves. I don't mow my lawn. I'm not painting my house. I support small businesses. I will pay somebody top dollar to do those things for me. There you go.
If you want painting, it's top dollar. It's for sure.
Anyway, so we walk into one of the, and it's like, and Josh will be like, smells like an elephant's cage in here. I'm like, yeah, it's disgusting. Either open your window or clean this shithole up. You're out of here. So elephant's cages, the elephant in the room. Can't you smell it? That's how we got
And
there.
burn that sock.
Yeah. They are 14, folks. We bought a bunch of dumbbells. They're on their way. If you have not purchased your own dumbbells for at home, I would recommend getting on it. The Golden Cast Iron is a great company that has them. They're pretty well made. GetRx has dumbbells available. I don't think Rogue does.
I think Kettlebell Kings has some.
Yeah, so there's still companies out there. Don't buy them online through like a marketplace where somebody's selling them to you. They're probably going to sell you a used piece of junk.
I'm going to gouge you for it.
Yeah. Go through a recognized company. You're going to kind of pay out the nose in shipping.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, it is totally worth it.
Yeah.
But I've made a deliberate effort over the last 2.5 months to kind of restock ours with the expectation that if we ever do get pushed up outside or get locked back in our houses, we'd be able to support some
good dumbbell work,
loaners and stuff.
But
we'll see. We'll get there when we get there. But that's the elephant in the room. The reality is it's coming. But I was very happy to see Pat and Taz programs dumbbell work because it's still humbling as hell.
Yeah.
Right. Weighted pull-ups and single arm dumbbell thrusters with a 35 freaking pound dumbbell.
That was.
I was like this the rest of the day and kind of a zombie. And my inside of my quads from squeezing that dumbbell to do the pull-ups. Yeah, that thing was a burner. Yeah. So definitely not Fran. I think it was misnamed. The fact that it was dumbbells and pull-ups, that's why. Thrusters and pull-ups, I get it, but not Fran-ish.
No,
definitely did not. I mean, there were moments it felt pukey like Fran.
It's not totally fast different. Like Fran, but it's
but whatever.
But it's good.
Pulling, nitpicking at that point.
It's a great workout. I like that workout.
Yeah. Gratitude, man.
I'll say that my gratitude this week is Fiona. And it was the coolest thing the other day. We were out at St. John's College and it was like last Friday. And we were just walking around this beautiful day and we were walking back to the car and I was kind of in a rush because I think we were trying to get back and I was kind of pushing to get back here in time for baseball. And if anything, so it's Fiona, but it's also like the appreciation of like how kids see the world compared to us because it's so clouded. And so we're walking back and Fiona said something about seeing the moon. And it's like 2:00 in the afternoon, right? 2:30. I was like, the moon, like, where are you seeing the moon? And like, so you could see the moon a little bit, but it was also kind of like behind a tree, right? And it was still very faint because again, it's like middle of the afternoon. But I was still just kind of like that's what she sees. Like we're walking back to the car. I'm sitting thinking about like, all right, cool. So like, you gotta get home. I'm gonna drop Meg off. Like, hopefully, like Everett sleeps or he's resting in the car, and I gotta get to the class. And when we get back, I probably gotta like clean up her room because it's blah blah blah. And and like, what good did any of that do me? Because all we're doing is walking back to the car. And it's beautiful. And so Fiona, like, the lens that Fiona sees the world through, I was just kind of appreciate. It's like take a step back and just like, I don't know.
I will double down on that.
No.
A couple years ago, I'm up at Go Bar, my friend Scott Gobar's house. He's got his granddaughter there. We're kind of hanging out. Same as before his retirement. Hanging out at the pool. His little granddaughter swimming around, and all of a sudden, he and I are talking about like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we got this to worry about, and she just stops and goes, Pepe or Papa, I forget what she calls him, but she points at the moon.
Same thing.
The moon. And we're like, what? And we both look up and we're like, oh yeah, look at that. And that became like moving forward for me and Nicole and Go Bar from time to time. She'd be like, hey man, did you see the moon today?
Yeah.
I did. Good. It's a good day.
That's a good
right.
day.
So I'm sharing that with you. Cool. I would, whenever we get to that point of like something is important, be like, The moon, man.
Yeah, the
The
moon.
moon.
I like that. I'll remember that.
You're right. And
Yeah.
that I told she nailed it. Like
Yeah.
that is the beauty of, because that's all that matters,
Yeah.
right? Like it's a good day. I got to see the moon in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
In that moment, like why worry about anything else in that moment?
Hell yeah.
Nothing I can do about it right now.
Totally
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
So it was cool.
Mine is I teach that nerd herd class at the academy
Mm-hmm.
with a guy named Don Walsh, Dr. Don Walsh, and
Dr. Don.
you guys may all know her, Dr. Joan Shiflett.
Little Roms.
Little Roms, yeah. And we teach it on Fridays, and Joan actually sets the calendar invite for all of us. Because we shifted to virtual, so we were going through Google Meet, and she deleted the recurring event on Friday. Because we're done.
Right.
The semester's coming to a close, and we had our last class last week. And so Friday, today, we won't be meeting for the first time in a year. And so, but we're going to restart in January. But there was that moment I was like, oh, I'm not gonna see her. I'm not gonna see my friends. But we've already picked what book we're going to read next. And so my gratitude in that moment was to have those two, Don and Joan, as my connection still with that sort of not educational, but like academic world, that I have an excuse to still push my boundaries of like digging into stuff that I wouldn't, right? Like I have no reason. We're reading Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina for next semester. I'd have no reason to read that. And the reality is I probably wouldn't. I'd say I'd want to, but I wouldn't. And I'm already 100 and some pages into it because of that. And so the same, like, reading James Joyce's Ulysses, like there's no reason I would read that except Joan's like saying like, no, guys, we started this, we're going to finish it. And it's that sort of professional stimulant or stimulation or catalyst that without those two, I wouldn't even recognize it as a gap in my life for a while until something would be missing. And then I'd be like, God, what is missing?
Yeah.
And I don't have to, because I've got them to keep
support,
pushing it. But her deleting that little calendar invite was sort of like oh no. And then the joy and the gratitude was like, oh, but we're coming back.
Yeah. We ain't done yet.
We ain't done yet.
Yeah.
So thank you to those two. Thank you to Fiona for seeing the moon.
The moon. She does love the moon and the trash truck.
And
she loves that trash truck.
Both things worth noticing.
You know what I love too? Like he honks now too. Like even if she's not out there, he'll honk when he leaves.
That's awesome.
Because the dumpster's right in front of our place. So anyway, it's a great view.
All right, brother.
Cool.
You guys do anything special for Tea Day? Just going to your folks?
We're going to see Meg's mom.
Okay.
And her husband. Yeah, they bought that house on the Eastern Shore.
Oh, right.
And we've been over there once, but they hadn't like gotten their furniture and stuff in yet. So it'll be nice. So it'll be us, and then Meg's grandfather's also coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
We're good. Yeah.
Responsible, small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
And we're also not trying to do two things in one day.
Very
so it's
smart.
like we'll see you guys on Thanksgiving. We'll do my family on Christmas
What a great
and whatever.
excuse to have a much more relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And I will not be doing the 5K on Thursday, though I might. I haven't run a 5K in a long time.
I'm contemplating whether or not I think I'll run it.
I think I might too.
Yeah.
Today felt good on my knees with the dubs. So we'll see how I feel when I wake up.
So one of my thoughts was to catch up on birthday posts that I hadn't posted. I'm going to run that 5K, and every point in the 5K, I'm just going to video a happy birthday to one this. So I'm going to have my running list. So that'll be like
no pun intended, your running list.
Right. But yeah. But I'm considering it my penance.
Yeah. Be nicer to yourself. All right.
Cool.
Hope you had a great holiday.
Yes.
Time machines suck. And we'll see you back on the creek, 5 pounds heavier, ready to shed that turkey weight.